What's up, everybody? It's Trooper Bry. Back on January 30th, Dan and I wanted to return to some cellar holes that produced very well for us this past summer. Um, Copper Spill Video, that's where I got my 3 copper spill, and Relics in the Rain, which is where Dan got his 4 copper spill, if I remember, along with his George Washington button. It was a great site to get back to. Now that the foliage was down, the ferns are dead, places opened up a little more. We wanted to get back there and swing around. And we also invited Dave Wise and Todd Hiltz along since there's plenty of room to swing, and we might as well just beat the place up. I didn't do so hot. I wound up with your typical 1700s, 1800s relics maybe. We'll take a look at that right now. And here's what I wound up digging besides that beautiful gold ring. I got my first ball button, Zouave. It's in the shank, but it's not terribly crushed, so I'm happy. I'll take that. None of this I've cleaned up yet. I wound up with this little pretty guy. Blink. There we go. A little bit of gold gilt on the back of that, and there's even some threading attached. Nothing on the front, just a plain button. I wound up with a nice dandy button. It's got a fat shank on it. It's one of the first things we noticed on this was how fat that shank is. Very interesting. Nothing on that either. Little escutcheon plate. This would have been part of some sort of suspender or other clip. There'd have been a loop that would have ran on this side, and this slot would have been a little more intact. There'd have been a bump there and a bump there. You can see it's got a little schmancy on it. This is part of the sickle handle, like an upper cap that would have held the handle in place, I believe. I don't know what that is. Jury's still out. I got part of a little toe plate. Nice big ox knob. Pewter spoon handle that's in pretty good shape. And you look closely, you can see the word tent, which is part of the word patent. In very good shape considering. And I don't know what this is. I almost wanted to think it was part of a humongous crotal bell, but jury's out on that one as well. So that was it. Let's get back to the regular video and let's return a ring to somebody. And then eventually we moved on down the road to a cabin site that Dan and I have also hit a couple times. It's coughed up a Connecticut copper for him and some buttons for me. Nothing fancy, not a lot of finds. It's very grown in. There's a lot of barberry and a lot of grapevine right around the depression for the cabin, and somebody's personal dumping ground for years. So I was able to finally get down into that cabin hole depression, and I got a nice 40s tone, very consistent. I was thoroughly expecting trash or a button. And of course, this is the one week where I didn't shoot video. I just wanted to get out and detect without having to stop, pull out the camera, take pictures, do anything else. And of course, one of the weirdest finds I'm probably ever going to get out of a cabin site is this. It's a 10 carat men's gold ring, class ring 1971 from a high school in the town we were visiting. It looks like it fell off the guy's hand the day he got it. It's unbelievably clean. I was able to get hold of the owner. I actually gave him a phone call this morning, and we're going to take a ride today and do a ring return. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I am here with Thomas, whose class ring I found. He lost it 40 years ago, and I recovered it in the cabin cellar hole. I even cleaned it up for you. I got some polish at home, so she's going to look pretty much like it did when you first got it. And I wonder how it wound up in that cellar hole. If you say you were out on the road where you had your motorcycle accident, I'm starting to wonder if somebody may have found the ring and then re-lost it.
Wow.
It's unusual.
Oh my God. That, God, it's big. I can remember the black onyx.
Were you in any sports or anything in high school?
Oh no, I was a dirt bike guy.
Oh yeah, we all were. It's rare that this comes across a ring like that in a cellar hole.
Wow.
Usually you find stuff like that in a park. You'll find it in a yard.
Unbelievable.
There's a little scratch on it. It must have happened when you fell off the motorcycle.
Well, that's where, yeah, probably when I crashed. And I never ever saw that shit again. This is unbelievable.
It happened, and this is part of the great part of metal detecting hobby is to reunite somebody like that.
Where did you find the initials?
The initials are on the inside of the ring. They must do them on all the rings when they make them TAC, so they can, when they get the rings together.
TAC is Thomas A. Clark.
That's you.
Yeah. My God, this is unbelievable.
And the girls at the high school were more than happy to get in contact with you.
When they call, I talked with them. They couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. This is, yeah. What finger would it go on?
I would assume your ring finger, wouldn't it?
On this hand, or okay. And
Look at that, fits like a glove.
It still fits. Oh my God. See, back in the day, everything was either the birthstones or mine was a diamond. So it wasn't too manly. So I decided to go with a black onyx.
I don't blame you. It's a very good looking ring. Gold and black go together very well.
God, it is. It's beautiful. This is really unbelievable.
Well, I hope we made your day.
Oh, you got that over just right there. Where's the scratch?
Right on the top of the ring. Flip it around where it says high. The letter H in high school.
It's so pure.
Yeah, I have some polishing cloths I use to clean silver and gold with, so I gave you a free cleaning before I brought it over as well.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That's got to look like what it looked like when it fell off your hand that day.
Amazing. This is unbelievable. I can't believe it.
Well, I'm glad to return it. Like I said, that's part of what makes detecting fun.
You must be a good man. God bless your soul.
Well, there's a ring right there that I've dug. Like I said, most of these rings come out of parks and whatnot, and I could never find an owner for that. There's no name on it. It's from a park.
TAC, Thomas Arthur Clark. Back in the day, everybody called me Tack. I still can't believe it.
Get your believer fixed. It happened.
It's just like I would never describe the feelings. It's like somebody is looking out for me.
That was rewarding, I gotta say. I've dug a lot of great stuff metal detecting, but to be able to get our class ring back to that gentleman was amazing. Thomas, he's almost 63. He's got poor health. He doesn't own a car. He lives in a retirement home. He doesn't have a lot going for him, so I'll tell you what, I made more than his day today. He was more than grateful for what I did for him, and that's what the hobby's all about. Returning something like that. Yeah, I could have been a real heel and kept a ring like that. It's probably worth a bunch of money, and even he noted the same thing. Why did you return it? Well, because I'd want my ring back too. Not a very long video, guys. I wish I'd actually taken it out detecting. I could have a much longer video including that, but that's what it is. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.